let's tackle the one thing that seems to scare everyone away from learning Mandarin Chinese, the tones. You've probably heard they're impossible, right? Well, what if I told you that's just not true? In the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain and make it all make sense. Let's jump in.
So, why is this so important? Just look at this. These two words sound almost exactly the same to an English speaker. Shanghai. But that tiny little shift in your pitch, that's the difference between talking about the city of Shanghai and saying you're going to hurt or damage something. See, tones aren't just an accent. They're everything. They change the entire meaning of a word.
Here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll get into why tones are a total non-negotiable. Then, we'll meet the four main pitches, the building blocks of the language. After that, we're going to uncover two little rules that make a huge difference. See how it all works in the real world, and finally, I'll share the real secret to sounding less like a learner and more like a native.
All right, let's get right to it. Why does the pitch of your voice matter so much in Mandarin?
Well, it's because Chinese is what we call a tonal language. All that means is that the shape of your voice, whether it goes up, down, or stays flat, is just as important for a word's meaning as the actual letters, the consonants and vowels are. Now, what's so cool about this is that you already use pitch every single day. Think about it. In English, when you ask a question, your voice goes up at the end, right? You're going? That change in pitch signals a question. In Chinese, that same kind of pitch change doesn't just add emotion or ask a question, it creates a completely different word. So you don't have to learn a new sound, just a new job for a sound you're already making.
Okay, so let's meet the main characters in this story, the four tones. Think of these as the fundamental ingredients for pretty much every sound in Mandarin. And the easiest way to picture them is on a scale, kind of like in music. Imagine your vocal range from 1, which is the lowest you can go, all the way up to 5 at the very top. Each of the four tones follows its own unique path along this scale.
Let's try them out using the sound ah. So first tone is high and flat. Just hold it steady way up high in your range. Ah. Easy enough. Second tone is a rising tone. It's that sound you make when you're confused, like asking, ah? Third tone is the dipping tone. It starts in the middle, goes down, and then comes back up. Ah. And finally, the fourth tone. It's a sharp, quick drop from high to low, like you're giving a command. Ah.
Okay, you've got the building blocks. Now let's look at a couple of key rules for how these tones actually play together in a real conversation. This, right here, is what separates the beginners from the people who sound really natural.
So here's a classic situation. You remember that third tone, right? The dipping one? Ah. It's the most complex. It takes the longest to say. So, what happens when you have two of them in a row? It feels kind of clumsy, doesn't it?
Well, the language has a built-in shortcut for you. To make it all flow better, when two of these third tones are next to each other, the first one magically transforms into a rising second tone. Now here's the key. It's still written as a third tone, but it's spoken like a second tone. It's a spoken rule.
But that's not the only little trick. You might have heard people mention a fifth tone, sometimes called the neutral tone. This one's a little different from the others. Let's check it out.
The neutral tone is kind of like a chameleon. It doesn't have its own fixed pitch. Instead, it's this super light, unstressed syllable, and its pitch completely depends on the tone that comes right before it. So in the word for mom, mama, that first tone is high and flat. So the neutral ma is sort of a mid-pitch. It's just quick, light, and you'll notice it never has a tone mark written above it.
Okay, so we've got the tones, we've got the rules. Let's see how this all comes together with probably the most famous Chinese phrase on the planet.
This is the perfect example of that third tone rule in action. Hello is ni hao. Now, if you look at how it's written, ni is a third tone and hao is also a third tone. But literally nobody says it with two full dips. Instead, they use the shortcut. The first word, ni, changes to a second tone, so everyone actually says ni hao.
And this is why this stuff matters so much. Most words in Mandarin aren't just one syllable, they're pairs. So understanding how tones bump into each other and change isn't some advanced, fancy trick. It is absolutely essential to speaking the language naturally.
All right, let's bring it all home. What's the real secret to going from knowing about tones to actually using them correctly every time you speak?
Here it is. The secret is that understanding this stuff is actually the easy part. The hard part is physical. It's not about being smart, it's about building muscle memory. You have to literally train the muscles in your mouth and your throat to make these sounds without thinking. Just like learning guitar or shooting a basketball, it all comes down to one thing: repetition.
And the absolute best strategy for that repetition is beautifully simple. It's all about the number one. Focus on one single word at a time. When you learn a new word, don't just learn what it means. Learn its tonal shape. Say it over and over until that sound feels totally natural before you even think about moving on.
And this is probably the most crucial piece of advice I can give you. It is so much easier to get the tones right from day one than it is to try and undo years of saying it wrong. Be a perfectionist from the very start. It'll pay off, I promise.
In the end, the best way to think about tones is that they're the melody of the language. They aren't some boring grammar rule. They're the music that actually creates the meaning. So now you know the notes, you know the basic scales. The only question is, are you ready to start playing?